as recruit students to our university partners. We operate globally. We're in various countries. We're in Uganda, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and we've been doing this for quite a number of years, like 7 years. So we do offer career guidance to students and parents to help them make a formidable decision for their university. We guide a student through the process of application, and then guide them on fees payment, accommodation, and then guide them on through their visa. We get their visa done until they're enrolled at university. We do not charge. Our services are free. So our services are free. We don't charge. So we welcome every student that is on this webinar to come and have their application done with SABLE. And today on this webinar, we have one of our university partners, University of Europe for Applied Sciences. She's going to take us through what the university does and the courses they have, the budgets, the locations of their campuses, and the rest of the things like that. So at this moment, I'm going to allow Angela to take over, and she takes us through what the university does. Thank you. Angela, you're welcome. You can start from there.
Okay, hi everybody, and thank you, David, for introducing me and introducing SABLE. So my name is Angela, and I work for the University of Europe for Applied Sciences. And thank you all for availing yourself for today's information session or webinar, where you'll be learning more about the university, learning more about the programs and what program would suit you, learning more about student life in Germany, and hopefully we would be looking to welcome you on campus come September. So David, if you allow me, I would want to share my screen. And if anybody would have any questions as we go on with the presentation or any sort of inquiry, just hold it till the very end, or you can kindly drop it down at the chat box down below. So you'll see a toggle bar that looks like a message, or on your top right screen. Just click on that, drop the message, and I'd be happy to look after that or answer the questions towards the end. So please confirm you can see my email on screen.
Okay. Yes, we do confirm we can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So this is the University of Europe for Applied Sciences, and the location, we are located in Germany, right? And when you look at Germany as a study destination, there are 8 things that you should consider, or the 8 benefits that you would be looking to get as a student who pursues their study in Germany. Number 1, it is the strongest economy in Europe. And due to that, there are certain factors that have led to it being the strongest economy. Number 1 is the quality of graduates that do come out of Germany. It has the top and most quality education within the European continent. And number 2, when it comes to manufacturing, automobile, IT, everything is usually at its most top-notch production, or maybe most top-notch services that are offered in Germany. And that is what has guaranteed to it being the strongest economy for the past 5 to 6 years. Germany also has a very favorable tuition structure, and maybe towards the end, you'll see the tuition structure for University of Europe, as well as scholarships. Germany is also such a safe country, and you would not need to worry about you being or coming from the African continent and you living in Germany and whether life would be hard. So normally, I know I get a lot of questions about how do people from this particular continent or African continent survive in Germany. And I'd say certain things like racial discrimination is outlawed, and anybody who's found to be racially aggressive at the university or out elsewhere is liable to expulsion and jail time. So when you're there, you should be able to feel free, because every student who's in Germany is benefiting from, or rather benefits from, the same rights as the local and the German citizens. So when you're in Germany, you're also able to travel. You can travel to any other country in Europe that is part of Schengen. And how I would explain the Schengen visa is how you have the East African passport. So, for example, if you have a Ugandan passport, you can easily travel to Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania without applying for a visa. So the same case applies when you're in Germany and you have your student visa. Your visa will allow you to travel to France, Netherlands, and other 27 Schengen countries. So the other thing is that all our programs would be taught in English. So there would not be particularly any need for you to learn German, but unless you're considering part-time opportunities, or rather permanent opportunities in Germany, sort of like citizenship. Can you work and study? Yes, you can work and study at the same time for 20 hours a week. Students are able to pay for their accommodation very well and their means of living in Germany. And you can get in Germany after you finish your AS, or even after bachelor degree, if you're looking at a master's level. If you're a mature student, you can also join UE. So these are a few facts about the university. Number one, we are a private university that offers top-notch education. We've been offering the degrees and conferring them for the last 22 years. We are accredited, and you shall see the accreditations later. And we are ranked top 10 in our business faculty and top 25 in Europe for international orientation. So we do have about 60 partner universities all over the world. So if a student would want to take a semester abroad in Australia, Canada, USA, UK, other European countries, we do have university partners that students can look at for their semester abroad program. So our university is a university of applied sciences. And what this means is that the curriculum is oriented at a practical approach aside from theoretical learning. So students get to do project-based learning, and this is seen by how we have integrated workshops within the curriculum, both at bachelor and master's level. We've integrated mandatory internships at both master's and bachelor level, and we've incorporated seminars that are led by industry leaders in both bachelor and master's level. So by the time a student is graduating from UE, they're able to have skills that would be beneficial to the employer in Germany. Okay. So of course, I mean, when you hear made in Germany, or when you think of Germany, number one thing, of course, you'll think of their automobiles. You'll think of the Mercedes-Benz, Audis, VWs, and you will get the opportunity to travel and see these museums, the BMW Museum, the Mercedes-Benz Museum, and it's quite interesting for you to understand, especially if you're an automobile fanatic, to understand the history and how, cars are made. Other things that are popular in Germany, of course, sports, business, IT, and that's something that you would be able to integrate yourself into after you study at UE. So when you graduate in Germany, and for example, if you do want to start a business, the trademark made in Germany is very important when you're looking at trading at a global scale, because it just pretty much ensures that, or there is that trust within Europe especially, that anything that is made in Germany is of good quality. So now you get to see the partners that we have, where all our students get to take internships depending on their programs, whether they're IT programs, students, business students, psychology students, whether they are health students. These are the companies where students get to take the internships and participate in seminars and workshops. So of course, the like of Puma, SAP, Volkswagen, Adidas, Airbus. And we do ensure that students take this internship because it's mandatory, so that they're able to gauge themselves in how well they're able to integrate into the culture. So these are our different campuses that we have throughout Germany. We have a campus in Iserlohn, which is our foundation program. So for bachelor students, who don't meet the entry criteria have to start at Iserlohn, and then they can move to either Hamburg or Berlin. So we also have Berlin. These are for students who want to study media, communication, film, UX, UI, game design, because the city ideally has the oldest telecommunication networks and the largest public relations and advertising agencies. So they get jobs very easily at Hamburg City and at the Hamburg campus. Students who also want to study supply chain, entrepreneurship would also benefit from studying at Hamburg, because Hamburg has the largest, third largest port in Europe, and it's given employment to students who are looking to work at Nivea branch, where their manufacturing and trading happens, or company DHL, amongst others. So we do have Berlin, our Berlin campus. This is the capital of Germany. So Berlin is known to be a startup city, as well as Iserlohn and the creative center. So if you're a student and you're looking at studying in a fast-paced environment, you're one that likes to attend festivals and events, Berlin would suit you very well. As well as if you're a student for art and design, as well as business and some of the media programs, Berlin would be a very good, perfect fit for you. So our last campus in Germany, we have Potsdam. So Potsdam is purely for IT. So any student who studies here will eat, breathe, live, sleep, think information technology. And the courses that are here are software engineering, data science, graphics, UX, UI, a lot. And it's very strategic because our Potsdam campus is located at the Silicon Valley of Germany. So that's how we are able to guarantee internships, because we are very strategic in where we offer our programs and the type of industry leaders that we have in partnership with UE to give a student an all-rounded project-based learning experience. This is Germany, and you can clearly see the locations very well. We have about, as I said, 660 plus schools. We have 4 campuses, 100 plus nationalities on campus. So you won't have to worry about you making friends, because you'll make friends from the Americas, you'll make friends who are from the Asian continent, Europe, as well as Africa. So these are our accreditations. We have state accreditation, institutional accreditation, and these are very important because when you graduate from UE, you are able to go to any part of the world and your degree will be recognized. So you don't need to worry about, if I study here, will it be recognized in Uganda or any part of the world, Australia, Canada? It will be, and you would find it very easy, of course, if you do well, to join a master's degree. These are some of the nationalities represented on campus. Of course, you can see Uganda here, you can see Kenya, Botswana, and other parts of the world, Thailand, Rwanda, Croatia, Myanmar, Costa Rica, Sri Lanka. All of these people will be in your class. So you don't expect to find your class being 100% German. You'll find that it's a healthy mix of both the citizens and international students. So here we will go briefly and look at the programs. So number 1, we have the Student Collect program, as well as foundation, bachelor's. So maybe we can look at that in depth here. So our Student Collect program is for students who are looking to join the public universities. So for example, and it's only for bachelor students. So if you finished your high school degree or high school diploma and you wish to join a public university, you have to do the Student Collect. We currently are only offering the Student Collect pathway in business that is offered in English. The rest would be in German. So if you're looking to then study a business degree at a public university, this one is for you. You take a year's long or a year's worth of your foundation year. If you do well, then we would be able to apply and give you an offer to Niederhen University and South Westphalia University in Germany, and the tuition fee would be free. Okay, but if you don't do well, you'd be automatically enrolled at our university and at our bachelor programs. Of course, another foundation semester for you to meet the entry criteria. This is the Faculty of Business Technology and undergraduate for undergraduate students. Again, if you have any question, just note it down and then we can look at that after towards the end. So these are the programs. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have a mandatory internship and it's for 20 weeks and it's paid. So now if a student does not want to take a semester abroad, they can take an additional semester for internship. So that way, by the time you're graduating, you have 2 internship semesters done. Okay. This is the Faculty of Art and Design. Of course, every program that you see here also has its master's degree. We have photography, film, UX, UI, game design, communications, illustration. And of course, we do have, these programs are immersive in projects. And we do have, of course, an additional semester for internship. These are the master's programs for business and technology. And the beauty is, if you're looking to join UE and, for example, you did a bachelor degree in data or computer science, and you wish to join, say, for example, digital media and marketing for your master's, that is acceptable. You just have to take a 2-year master's degree as opposed to a 1-year master's, because all our bachelor programs are 3 years if you meet the direct entry criteria, and master's degrees would be 1 year. But if you don't meet the entry criteria for bachelor, you take a bachelor degree for 4 years and master's for 2. These are our MBA programs. We have over 17 specializations, and the only criteria here is for you to have a 2-1 or a second upper in your bachelor studies, as well as 1 year worth of work experience minimum. Okay. Now with that, you would be able to apply and then get an offer into one of the 17 MBA programs. So another benefit of studying at UE is that we do offer all our students extra certifications from IBM, Facebook, Amazon, and Tableau. And students don't need to pay extra to get these certifications. They just need to register and take them free of charge. And of course, after completion, they get the certificate. So they're called acceleration courses, and students are able to benefit and get, if you're graduating, you can graduate with your degree as well as 4 of these certifications. These are places where students have gotten permanent employment. And we are looking at the likes of Tesla, Amazon, L'Oreal, Hertha, Borussia Dortmund. And one thing for students who would like to maybe get real-time experience with a football academy, we've partnered with Borussia Dortmund for students who would like to be to get internships or even do media and digital media marketing for them, etc. They can do that at Borussia Dortmund. Every student who is in their 3rd year, you could get scouted and play for Borussia Dortmund. And the last thing is students who are from their 2nd year, Borussia Dortmund normally gives 5 scholarships for students, or rather 2 students. And if you get if you get a scholarship, you would get free entry to all events and tournaments held at Borussia Dortmund. You'd get access to all their seminars. You'd get access to their merchandise. So it would be important for you, if you're looking to align yourself with such a brand or a football academy, then it would be prudent for you to do really well in your 1st term. Okay. So now, if you're looking at a return of investment for your students, it is, or rather for you as a student, you would be looking to get employed, and this is the median pay. Normally, students who graduate from our university, this is the median pay for bachelors. I think you can see it very clearly. This is 39,000 euro. And this is 46,000 euro for masters. So now what you need to do is, because we orient our students to be job ready within their curriculum, that's why you'll be able to see 93% of our graduates get employed, because at the end of the day, they're job ready. They've done, they've completed their curriculum, they've engaged with companies, they know what companies are looking for, They've engaged with projects, and they've engaged companies with projects that they were doing in class, so they know how to be job ready even when they're looking to handle their project. So this is why, and this is just a clear return of investment for you if you do get to study with us. So we do have more success stories. This is just a very recent one. She got employed by Tesla within her within her first year or first semester with MSc Business Management, because she participated in a research and development program with Tesla, and she did really well. And Tesla wanted for her to study, to work with them. And this is actually pretty good because she's not yet graduated and she already has a job. So this, in short, you would be looking to get more in-depth details on the documents required from SABLE. So if you have any question on entry requirements, documents needed, on how to process the application, please reach out to SABLE International. They know all of this, and they would be able to break it down in a way that you would understand. So this is the best part. We do have scholarships. Students who are looking at bachelor level studies, they get 12,000 euro. That is the fee, ideally, fee per year, 12,100 euro. And master students, the fee is 13,500 euro. For foundation students who want to join the public schools, the fee for 9 months is 12,500. These are the scholarships. So there's nowhere to particularly apply for the High Achiever Scholarship. What happens is, for bachelor students, submit your application. And if you've met the criteria to get a scholarship, you will get an offer with the scholarship indicated. So now, if you're, of course, you finished maybe A levels, or you've done the national exam and you've gotten 90%, you would get 50% off on the full 3-year fee. So the scholarship would apply for the 3 years. If the lowest we give is 5% scholarship, and that is if you got a 60% to 64%. So any student who qualifies to get entry into a bachelor level, they do get scholarships. So that's a plus for you. And total fees for the 3 years without a scholarship is 36,300, which is quite affordable. These are the fees for foundation to public schools. And you do get an automatic discount from 9,000 or 11,000, depending on your performance. These are for master students. So now for master students, we are calling them discounts. So students get discounts depending on how they pay the tuition fee. For example, if you're looking at a 1-year MBA program, the tuition fee is 13,500. If a student decides to pay a fee in full, then the fee would come down to 9,045 euro. Okay? If a student decides to take an MSc or MA program for a year, or rather a 1-year MSc or MA program, the fee is 13,000 euro. If they decide to pay full fee, it comes down to 8,710 euro. So that's something that you would consider. If you need a further explanation, of course, reach out to the SABLE team, or we can discuss that towards the end. So now these are how visas to Germany. This is just one of the documents that would be very important if you're looking to submit a German visa. Visas to Germany normally take 4 to 8 weeks. And the only financial document we would need is a blocked account, and should have 11,208. So students get to deposit these funds in a blocked account. Anybody can deposit these funds. It can be your relative, it can be the company you're working for, it can be your parent, sibling, spouse. They can deposit these funds in the blocked account, and this blocked account will be in your name as a student. And how you're going to access these funds is you will get to Germany. So you block the amount before you submit your visa. After visa submission, you will and approval, you get to Germany. After getting to Germany, you'll open a German bank account, and then this money will be sent to you on a monthly basis. So where is this money held? This money is held by the German government, and it will be dispersed to you on a monthly basis. Okay? So these are our student support departments for you. We do help students in securing part-time jobs. We help students in adjusting in Germany, and I think we'll see a video right after this in how we have the buddy support program. We do help students in finding accommodation in collaboration with Sable, of course. We will also help students registering for talent and career fairs, where students would be able to at least excel in interviews so that they can get employed. Of course, all our programs are taught in English, but if you'd like to learn German, we do offer German classes. It's not mandatory, but we advise if you're looking at citizenship thereafter, at least consider taking the German class. We do teach till A2 for free, but if you like to get till B2, then we would be charging 70 euro per 12 weeks of classes. These are some of the UE facilities that we have. And I think if you have time, please go to our YouTube channel. Just look for UE Germany. You'll be able to see lots of videos and lots of alumni stories, lots of experiences and how the campuses look like. Okay. So this is the student life, and I would like to talk more about the buddy program. So you would not ideally need to know where to start. It's okay to feel stranded or stuck, but we do have systems where we are able to orient all our students who join in from various parts of the world to integrate themselves very well within the German culture. And this peer program is specifically made for all freshmen, whether you're a bachelor student or a master's student. And it's very intensive within the very first semester. And after the first semester, then the student chooses whether or not to continue with the peer program or to become a peer themselves. And that brings me towards the end of the presentation. And I hope you got to learn a few things about University of Europe for Applied Sciences and about Germany as a study destination. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Has any questions? Please, you can ask or you can chat it up in the chat
Okay,
group.
so I'm seeing a couple of questions on the chat box. So Paul says, I'm from Uganda. The process of my certificates evaluation, how can it be done? So hi, Paul. Thank you for your question. So when it comes to your certification evaluation, normally we do accept the national exams and the national certificate and transcripts. As long as by the time you're applying with Sable, you should be able to submit your official certificates and official transcripts. Therefore, we will accept it and you will not need to do any evaluation elsewhere. So if you do meet the entry requirement, you'd get an offer for direct entry. If not, you would get an offer for foundation. I hope that has answered your question. So Sejbala has a question on IT. He just said ICT. Yes, we do have programs in IT and sports like swimming. Yes, we do have about 80 plus sports clubs and societies that you can join. So we do have swimming, we have football, we have soccer, we have cricket, we have tennis, squash, and a lot of other clubs that you can join as a student. So your student life will be very all-rounded. If you're that type of person who wants to study and still have a little bit of fun when it comes to unwinding with clubs and sports. So Paul also asked about accommodation. So that's a very important question. Accommodation, we do have off-campus accommodation, but the accommodation is partnered with other platforms. So I could share, please reach out to a counselor from Sable International. They will have a list of the accommodation providers we work with and the accommodation providers that would be looking to give you some sort of discount on your rent and tuition, on your rent fees, ideally. So we do have many, and the rent ideally would range from 400 euro to 700 euro per month. And the rent is usually inclusive of utilities. Utilities are bills such as water, electricity, internet. Abdikani, thank you. You're asking, where's the link to register? Please reach out to to David or Brenda, any other colleague from Sable International. They would be able to help you apply to the University of Europe, and I hope I'll be looking to welcome you in September. So Paul, again, thank you for your amazing questions. You've also asked whether we have part-time jobs off campus or on campus. So most international students get off-campus jobs very easily because on-campus jobs are very competitive, and they are normally, you'll find most international students getting on-campus jobs in their second year. That is if they are bachelor students. And this is for because on campus jobs are competitive because you have to apply and then you have to get accepted, as opposed to off campus jobs where we would be able to tell you which places are hiring, and all you need to do is curate. We'll help you curate your resume to fit the German standard. You submit your resume and then you'd be able to know whether you're employed, whether you'll get employment or not. So it's not on a wait list level, but on campus jobs students are usually put on a wait list. Do we have online classes? No, we don't have online. But the only time a student would be looking to join an online course would be if you submitted your visa and your visa has delayed, then we do give that option for students to start online. And they, as soon as the visa is approved, then they would be able to travel to Germany. So we don't have purely online classes. You'd have to come and enjoy the German culture and the European culture. So Atwin, I hope I'm not butchering your name. You're asking, is it for SIC courses only? I'm not too sure what SIC means. Maybe you can write it in full. So what is the process of opening? Sorry, I think I lost that question. Yes. Hi, what is the process of opening a blocked account? So the blocked account, once you apply, we would be able to guide you accordingly. So you won't need to worry about opening the blocked account. But in case you have any specific questions, you can reach out to me and Sable, and then I would be able to help you. But ideally, the blocked account is opened on the Fintiba platform. So look at Fintiba. I've just typed it down. And then you would be able to see that the blocked account also comes with annual health insurance. So it's very easy. But before you start any process, such as like opening a blocked account, make sure that you get like professional advice. And of course, if you'd like to reach out to me directly, I'll give you the details down below. But please make sure that because we don't accept any direct application. So at the end of the day, you'd still need to work with Sable to submit your application. So Raymond, so Raymond, you're asking, I would like to pursue a master's in information security. I have a bachelor. Okay, so Raymond, I would also need to know whether you have work experience. Maybe just type quickly whether you have work experience in how many years. But ideally with a 3.1 out of 5, without work experience, normally you'd have to start with a foundation. So your master's degree would take 2 years. Okay, so it would take 2 years because the first one would have to cater for your prerequisite, and then the second one would have to cater for your degree in computer science or software engineering, because the specialization that we have in information security or cyber security would be in computer science. Okay, but if you have work experience, Raymond, for 3 to 5 years, then you would be eligible for a 1-year master's program in computer science. Okay. All right. Any other question? Oh, you're welcome, Shikibala. Any other question?
Angela, you're still answering questions? Hello,
Okay.
Angela, you're still answering questions.
Raymond, if you don't have any work experience in the field of IT with a 3.1, I'm afraid that you'd have to take a 2-year master's. Okay. But if you're looking at, say, for example, which is still fine because a 2-year degree, you'll be done in no time. Yeah, but it would be purely based off of your final GPA. Okay. Any other question that anybody has? Again, if you'd like to contact apply, please reach out to Sable directly. They'll be able to help you. If you'd like to ask me any sort of question, I've dropped down my email, so you can easily reach me, and I would be able to address any concerns you have about Germany or University of Europe. But make sure that you circle back to Sable International for all your applications. Okay, so I'm assuming there is no other question.
Maybe I can talk on behalf of Sable. I'm called David. For those who want to reach out to Sable, I've posted the contacts in the chat group. You can reach us on email, uganda@sableinternational.com, or you can reach us out via WhatsApp on 0783 410 401. We'll be gladly to help you start your application, and we also uh, have information from what Angela has presented. We can always help you connect to Angela, or we can always get every question answered on behalf of Angela, given she's out of the country, but clearly our offices are also on Lumumba Avenue. For those who want to come directly to offices for Sable, Lumumba Avenue, plot 19, Romy Building, ground floor. I'm sure if you don't know Lumumba Avenue, kindly reach us on call. We'll be able to receive you. So it has been a great webinar. Unless someone has any other question, Angela, you have anything to add?
No, I don't have anything else to add. I hope that we'll be looking to welcome you to on campus in September. It would be lovely to see or to hear that we met on the webinar and now we are meeting physically in Germany. If not, maybe sometime in future in March, but I'd be looking and I'm positive to see you. Again, I'm
Yes.
happy, each and every one of you, for making time today, and all the best in your future studies.
Yes, thank you so much, Angela, for that. Hopefully to see you around. Actually, to all our students that are here, we shall still be with Angela on the 21st and 22nd. We shall have a fair, a school's fair. So please, you can meet her physically on those dates of March 21st, 22nd. She'll be here physically, and so kindly, once again, you come again and you'll have all your questions answered.
Okay.
Is that okay? Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for participating. See you at our offices, those who have questions. For those who want to begin your applications, Raymond, Paul, and the rest, kindly reach out to Sebo on the addresses mentioned and on the contacts mentioned, and we will be able to help you. Thank you. Nice evening.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay.